walk from Boulder City. Man, I wish I could listen to a radio station without this getting, you know, marked for copyright infringement. Ooh. Yeah, pretty sure that's fermenting. Whew. There's some alcohol in that. Hey K-Mailer, what's going on? I'm drinking what was unpasteurized apple cider. Apparently must have left it out a little bit too long because now it's starting to ferment. It still tastes really good, but just has a smidge of alcohol in it.
Nelson,
yeah, see, this guy's got the right idea.
We'll bleed the
Jesus,
ground
man, breathe.
with anyone who opposes our peace efforts. Welcome to the 188 Slopping Shop. Like our slogan says, it's better than nothing. Samuel Kerr at your service. Me and my daughter Michelle run this fine establishment. We came here from Prim about a month past. Doesn't look like much, but it's one hell of a location. Michelle and I ran a little shop in Prim till a prison break north of town spoiled it for everyone. Goddamn convicts just about shut down I-15. When traffic dried up, we took to our heels to find us some customers. I'm not one to sit around waiting to get saved, and Michelle ain't neither. When 15 shut down, 95 became the route NCR citizens used to get to the Strip, or limp back home, after the Strip's drained them of caps. We get them coming and going. Coming, the suckers flush with caps they saved to gamble on the Strip. And going, the same folks, but now they're losers who will trade you the shirt off their backs so they don't starve before they make it back home. Add in the troopers marching back and forth from McCarran and the Dam, and well, let's just say we don't misprint.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Yeah, it is a bad thing. I much prefer non-alcoholic apple cider. Ed, you should know. I don't partake in alcoholic beverages. Hey, Vol Boy. What's going on? I like how you call me boss. I need something repaired. This. I don't know what this is. But repair it. I got enough caps, I don't fucking care. Oh, the rad fungus gets rid of radiation? Nice. I mean, I'm still gonna sell it, but, you know, it's good to know. What does he have? Just random shit. Nothing good. This is his daughter?
Hey.
Oh my god. You look like a hobo, Veronica.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from?
Is it the fact that I'm wielding a rolling pin while wearing NCR Ranger armor? The grave.
Huh. Well, in that case, I take it back. You look pretty good, given the circumstances. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground. Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family. Whatever they need. Yeah, I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean? And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level?
I'd rather you didn't.
I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them? Well, that shouldn't be a problem for me. I can't afford anything like that. Hey, so where are you headed anyway? This is quite a journey you're going on then. Must be an interesting relationship to have brought you all this way. I'll be honest, you're the first person I've run across out here that looks like she can really handle herself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together, help each other out.
You don't look like much. What are you bringing to the table? Come on.
Good. That's the look I was going for. Trust me on this one, though. You'll be glad you brought me along. If I turn out to be a burden, we can part ways at any time. No hard feelings. Oh, nowhere in particular, really. Just hoping to see more of the world. Looking for a fresh perspective. I want to see how different groups have adapted to survive in the Mojave. See if there's something I can learn from. Like I said, they can handle themselves. And I'm not the only one getting supplies for them. It's a big family. Aw, you really know how to make a girl feel like a stray cat. But...
Okay. Anyone want to tell me what Veronica brings to the table here? That dude is just plowing whiskey like it's air.
Is there some reason I should be talking? Like you have a clue what that even means.
I don't like your attitude, boy.
The gunrunners have been putting rapid-fire death dealing in the hands of anyone who needed to defend himself for over a century. We're the NCR's #1 supplier of weapons and ammunition. You might call us an unofficial branch of the Army. I'm a salesman. I swing through McCarran and the dam once a week or so to take orders. Lately, I spend most of my time in this piss heap. Ever since the 15 shut down, all caravans come through here, right to me. I check the stock and direct deliveries onward to meet orders. Sure, it stinks to hang out here, but it won't be forever. Plus, I can afford a monthly bender on the strip and still build up my nest egg. Not much to tell. A Brahmin or two loaded up with weapons, and a whole mess of well-armed guards to make sure it ends up where it's supposed to. One nifty bit, though. The gun cases are rigged to explode, so trying to loot one of our caravans doesn't do much good. And that's how the NCR stays equipped. The only thing we don't bring in is energy weapons. We used to, but every caravan carrying them was getting ambushed and wiped out. By someone sophisticated enough to know which was which. We think it was the Brotherhood of Steel. Those crazies always go hard for energy weapons. But the NCR would rather pretend they killed all of them. You like it any better if I...
Yeah.
Still making a nuisance of it? Am I selling? Yeah. Am I selling to you? No. You might be onto something. I'd like to hang on to any weapons mods I run across. Take a...
Oh, he's just got weapon mods? Ooh. Get Veronica, she's really good. Well, I've got Boone right now. Sheeny. You think she's better than Boone? Let me get readjusted here. Got my blanket. You think she's really good with melee and unarmed? I don't really have any. No, that's not. It's not true. I have a chainsaw and a katana. Look at the ammo this motherfucker's got. Jesus. I think so, just because she's more tanky. Increases rate of fire. Ooh, that I might want. Yeah, I'm taking that.
Pleasure doing business with you. There's usually a gun merchant hanging around topside. I'm sure
Yeah, we can try her out. Boone?
Fine by me.
Shit.
I'd really like my beret back, please.
Actually, I might want to sell some for this.
still making a nuisance of...
Why don't you shut up? Don't need that. That or that. Oh, damn, I already took all his money. Whoopsie.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Oh, wait. Boone, I'm sorry.
Mercy killing is expected of NCR snipers. The Legion likes to torture their prisoners within sight of NCR positions. We get called on to end it. I've had my share. Some of them, you think. Maybe you could have gotten them out. Maybe it's not the Legion that got them killed. Maybe it's your orders and you following them. Alright. Guess I'll be around Novak for a while longer.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm coming, Veronica. I'm coming. Dude, holy shit. You run a bar. You're like a drug dealer that pounds
Couldn't
drugs.
get enough of talking to me the first... Good. Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I asked... I know, but I had to know how you react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along? I'm great at punching people. I'm not gonna lie. It's a gift. Well, thanks for
great
taking
at
a
punching
chance on
people.
a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand.
Describe a system.
Let's hit the road, huh?
Well, good.
I believe
That's good.
What's up? I like long walks in the desert and candlelit metal workshops. I like punching things, but sometimes shooting things just has to do. Yeah, I've been taking things apart and putting them back together since before I said my first word. You want to build something? Talk to me, and we can do it right there on the spot. Workbenches are for novices. Who knows? I might even be able to show you a Brotherhood trick or two. I want a dress. Yeah, a good one. Something elegant and classy, you know? But still stylish. Something that's eye-catching and sexy, but also says, don't fuck with me. I keep hoping I'll come across some old-world designer gown when I'm scavenging, but it never happens. Maybe I should move back to California. Hey, you try getting a date wearing scribe robes. Might as well be wearing sweatpants. I just like them, you know? They make you feel like a woman. Those ladies before the war, they knew what they were doing.
You know where I could find the dress Veronica is looking for? It's gotta be around here. They wouldn't mention that unless it was, like, in some cave somewhere.
Can I would say he was my tutor, but that doesn't cover it. After my parents passed, he looked after me. The whole Brotherhood brought me up, really, but he made sure of it. I never had a grandfather, not that I knew anyway, but Elijah was in some ways what I'd imagine a grandfather to be. It was by his request, actually. He cleared it with the other elders. Somehow. They sent him to look into the dam. There was a time when I'd have begged to follow, watch him at work. He did. For years, he fought with the council, taught me to question our direction. Meanwhile, he'd become more out of touch than all of them. On our way east, he demanded we stop at Helios 1 to examine it. While we were there, we received word that the NCR had taken the dam. He was furious. Called it children playing with a bomb, but he was mad because we'd lost its power. What we'd use it for. He didn't even care. They're cautious. When they discover something, they respect it, learn its limits, consider how to preserve it. Used to drive Father Elijah crazy. He liked to learn limits too, but only so he could push them. That's not to excuse the other elders, though. They all covet technology for its own sake. Some are just more fanatical than others. Yeah, I did. I couldn't help him. He just didn't listen, and the idea that people talk back to him... If he could have made the Brotherhood act like machines, ordering them around with the push of a button, he would have. Elijah could look at an old device and immediately understand what made it work. And he could see its potential, where it fit with other technology. It's not something he could teach, but he tried with me. Some of it stuck. But that's what he taught me. You ask what I learned from him. I learned what I don't want to become. In the end, it was just him and his vision. Nothing and no one else. Yeah, I miss him. Like, just my parents, but they haven't been around for a long time. Dad was a paladin, Mom was a scribe. They died in the same battle, trying to hold off the NCR from... something. I don't remember what it was. Guess it seemed important at the time. If you take trying to keep me as far away from Hidden Valley as possible because I ask too many difficult questions as a sign of respect, oh yeah. That's not to say I don't get along with them. I just think they don't know what to do with me sometimes. Sure, he's one of the hotel managers on the Strip. He comes up in the news now and then. Him and the other chairman run the Tops. It's one of the nicer hotels. Or so I hear. Elder McNamara wouldn't shell out for a passport for me, so I've actually never been to the Strip. Why do people get so cheap when they get old? It pays like ass, but it's hard to get other work with my skill set. What do you want to know? Good question. These days, it's hard to say. Once upon a time, it was about technology, controlling it so it couldn't destroy us again. Energy weapons and power armor are usually tops on our list, although I appreciate anything that's vintage. But that all seems so limited now. We haven't grown or adapted, and now we're stuck in a hole, not carrying out our mission. More sexual favors than I can even count. I am still tired from it. No, actually, you're born into it. My parents, their parents,
I like her.
so on. When you're young, you can choose to leave, but it's home, so most people don't. We don't take on new members, really. You can do the math on our long-term prospects based on that point. I keep hoping we'll change that. I'm a procurement specialist. Like I said, it's basically grocery shopping, except sometimes the groceries are scavenged parts and arcane technology. The elder who brought us to the Mojave, Father Elijah, usually had me looking for these old memory units, but he'd never tell me what they were for. Nowadays, I'm usually sent to do business with traders at places like the 188, but sometimes I think it's just to keep me out of everyone's hair. I know sometimes I sound like I don't. I know, but there's something that still rings true to me about our code. There's an honor to it. We're protecting people, even if it's from themselves. It's a good cause. We just lose sight of the big picture sometimes, treat all our practices with the same sacredness. Ah, the Codex. If it's in there, we have to abide it. If it's not not important. It documents our history, too. Part of what scribes like me do is update it. I wonder... Nah, they'd probably catch it if I rewrote the Founder's axioms. No. We only protect people from themselves, and only in the sense that we don't let them have the really good pre-war toys. And sometimes it's more like we protect ourselves from them and hope to outlive them and become humanity's sole heirs. We've had people go rogue, though, and start helping people. One chapter had a small civil war over it. We take our isolationism seriously. He was our elder when we came east, a wizard with technology. But he started having disagreements with the other elders. And there were other ways he wanted to push, other weapons, ones with ethics questions attached. Rather than deal with him, they sent him east.
That the fiends are gone.
I think I exhausted all of our chat options, right?
What's up?
Oh my god! Never mind. Here.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
I am making you carry the heavy stuff. Pretty sure I have... Oh, no, I don't. She's unable to wear that. Shit. I'm gonna have to find her new armor.
When they stop their raiding and pillaging.
Well, she seems to have taken to my katana. What was I doing here? It's down there. Silver, yeah. I think I have power armor back in Novak. I'm pretty sure I do. Arms merchant?
I hear a troublesome Legion camp got razed to the ground. You a merc? 'Cause you don't... Sure do. Lots of folk. Times are... Hell yes. They mustered me out a year ago. Staff Sergeant, 3rd Platoon Bravo Company. That was a shitstorm. I didn't. My CO ordered me to flog a couple deserters, and I told him to eat shit. Those kids didn't desert. They just got liquored up on... I don't know what else the brass expects. Going home didn't feel right. Not with those savages camped on the other... And I still get to see my old platoon when they pass through here. Make sure the new CO is true. Anyway, I was always complaining about the standard issue gear. The new kids don't even get body armor. Vegas is bleeding us dry. We're tossing caps at 100 different problems, while this war is gonna bankrupt the NCR, unless we shouldn't be perched up at the dam. We ought to be crossing the Colorado and sticking a boot up Caesar's ass.
Well, she is. Clearly pissed. Holy shit, she has a lot of caps. sell, like, any of these. Battle rifle? What is this? What is a battle rifle? Okay. I buy the chainsaw alloy. And I think that's it. Veronica,
You're making me
the
carry the
chainsaw.
heavy stuff.
Oop. There, now it weighs less.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Sunday fun day. Actually, there's a guy down here, right? This is gonna break my legs. Huh! Forecaster. Did you want this? Is this casual wear enough
You're
for you?
making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you? Aw, you shouldn't have. It's just my taste. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
Nope, she doesn't really care that I gave her a dress. Okay. Why does she have a 5 o'clock shadow? She does? I guess, kinda.
Hi, how are you today?
Oh, it's a kid.
Hello, ma'am. I hope you're doing fine today. I don't have a mama or papa anymore. I see them sometimes when I take off my medicine, but they can't stay. I'm pretty used to being on my own. Oh,
You still have thoughts?
I can take off my medicine and do some thinking. People say it's real interesting. I don't know because I never hear it. Some people say that it's a gift. Other people say it's the kind of thinking anyone could do if they watched more than they talked. I don't know which is true. I see a lot. I think a lot. There's a lot to hear through the 188, too. That maybe accounts for the thinking. This thing on my head is headache medicine. It works real good, except I can't think when it's on. Really think, I mean. That's not junk. That's other people's thoughts. People had to think to make them, and the thoughts got stuck inside. I need other people's thoughts to fill my head when I'm not thinking myself. Otherwise, it's kind of empty.
Okay. Well, it's the Elite Riot Guard armor has the same damage threshold as T-51B. No, Azar's merchant the field that combat was made about. Oh yeah, that. Must be interested in buying your headache medicine. How much? Yeah, so he's a little weird. I mean, he's a kid. You gotta trust him, right? He's like 5.
Great. What do you want me to think about? I can think about you, here.
Me, I guess?
Okay. Let me take off my medicine. Your face does the thinking. 2 to the skull, yet 1 gets up. Odds are against you, but they're just numbers after the 2 to 1. You're playing the hand you've been dealt, but you don't let it rest. You shuffle and stack. And a gamble. A gamble that may pay off, but how? Forecast? Rapidly changing conditions. A lot of thinking. Most of it in your face. It's almost shouting at me. Sorry if I said anything weird. Oh, I don't know anything, ma'am. I just think it. And then I don't. Thinking hurts you too? Aw, I wish I could let you have the one on my...
Genuinely curious what he has to say.
Sure, I could do some more thinking. Let me take off my medicine. Bull and bear over the dam, at each other's throats. But a light from Vegas? Balls spinning on the wheel, more than two at the table, placing bets. All lose in different ways. A dam of corpses, towns of corpses, scattered across the sand. But whose? In what shares? Even the dealer doesn't know. Forecast, a rain of blood will flood the desert and not purify it. Blah. Thinking about everywhere always makes me feel a little sick. Sure. I need to take off my medicine. Local. The here and now. Little of interest. Things to buy. False hopes and regrets watered down, washed down in dirty glasses. With regret comes a girl, smiling sad, brown robe, name Veronica. Half here, wraps her and her heart up like a pack. In the pack, a key, some say. Forecast, cloudy with a chance of friendship. Ouch. Thinking small only hurts a little, but it's a sharp pain. Sorry, ma'am. All that thinking has made...
What's up?
Let's get you that power armor. Veronica! Yeah, I kind of figured he was an Oracle. Forecast is kind of a neat name for him. That's like, I'm surprised like Marvel hadn't used that like for an X-Men or something. Because that would be, I'm just saying, that'd be a good like X-Men name. What to give her for a helmet? Explorer hood? Oh, she seems kind of crazy. Let's give her a fire helmet.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Oh god, she looks so weird.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Okay, so clearly I don't need this. I'll keep the naughty nightwear. Maybe she wants the business look? I got nothing. give her some bitchin' sunglasses.
Aw, you shouldn't have. It's just my taste. Thank you.
That's the helmet? The helmet looks retarded. She looks so stupid. Oh. I need to get you a good helmet.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
That looks so bad. There she goes. That's better. We'll just leave it at that. I wish I could like sort by hats. Alright, now back to what I was originally doing. I have to go to Vault 11 for some